For all the latest from the world of motoring, hit that subscribe button and stay connected.
Hayabusa is Japanese for peregrine falcon, which is a bird that is often a metaphor for speed due to its vertical hunting dive, which can reach up to 240 miles per hour. It is the fastest bird in the world, just like how the unrestricted Hayabusa was the fastest bike in the world.
When it comes to legendary motorcycles, there is only one machine that comes into your mind, the Hayabusa. This machine has been around for a long time and with every passing year becomes more iconic. Now let's talk to Ashok, who has been riding this machine for the past 8 years and understand what it's like to own one. Hi Ashok, good morning. It's great to have you here. You have one of the most iconic bikes in history and the Hayabusa, and everybody knows it. So please take us through why you bought this bike and how has your experience been so far.
Good morning, Avin. It's nice to be nice and great to be here, and it's great to ride a bike like this. Iconic bike like Hayabusa. I've been riding this for 7-8 years now, and it's a fantastic experience.
And how many kilometers have you clocked on this now?
Close to 40,000 kilometers. That says how much I like to ride this bike.
And you've been touring on this a lot, or?
Yes, I do majorly the touring. I have covered most of South India, from Bombay to Chennai to Kanyakumari. I've been to all the places, all on the Busa. Yes.
Okay, awesome. And coming to performance, so I know talking about the Busa's performance, there is no need to. It's been around
Correct.
for 20 years now. But
Correct.
The Busa has kept it simple. Like in the current day, there are a lot of electronics on every new bike that comes in. Busa has got a couple of riding modes and ABS. That's it.
Correct.
So how has your experience been with it? Like, do you feel it needs more electronics, or this is perfect?
To be precise, it doesn't even have the ABS.
Okay.
This particular model doesn't have ABS. So what I feel is that all these electronics and other things are not really required if you're seasoned and experienced to ride this.
Okay.
It's all about that. But yeah, I mean, ABS and everything will help you in
Of course, panic braking and all this.
Yes. But otherwise, I think it is pretty much simple and straight, and it is good enough.
And coming to riding modes, what are the riding modes that this machine has?
So it has A, B and C modes. So basically, it cuts the power down. That is mainly for the kind of riding that you do. Maybe the city or a highway, or you want to do a straight line top speed.
So A means maximum power? Or?
That is a maximum 190 horsepower, and B and C. Yes.
I think you never go to B and C.
When I started, I thought I should be at the C mode to start off, but once you move up the ladder, there is no going back.
And since you tour a lot, so what sort of efficiency are you getting from this engine?
When I bought it in the beginning, I got a efficiency of 16. I mean, that's something unheard of, in a super biking community. But yeah, then I started off, my riding ways changed, then I changed the exhaust and all those things. Now I get around 10. That's still in the standards of super biking. Yes.
The Busa, it's not a small bike. As you can see, both of us standing, it still looks very big.
Yes.
So how's it been to handle this machine, this 40,000 kilometers that you've ridden?
Yeah, I mean, definitely it's a big bike. It's a 300 plus kg, and even if you look at the size wise, it is not a compact like other
super sports.
liter class bike. It's huge bike. I think that is also an advantage. And if you look at the aerodynamics and stuff, it doesn't feel like a big bike.
So once you sit on it, it's easy to.
Absolutely. Oh, maybe in the city, if you're doing a sharp turns, maybe you might feel a little jittery, but otherwise you don't feel like it's a big bike.
So, and out on the highways, how does it feel? Like extremely well planted.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's the Busa is known for. Once you tucked under the visors, it is absolutely planted. From the top speeds to 60 or 40, it comes in a matter of a few seconds.
And how does it handle our Indian roads? That's like the question. Like a lot of people want to know. Like superbikes in general struggle on Indian roads, but how does the Busa handle it?
See, majorly I do touring. So, and this is a hyper tourer. It is not like just a sports category bike. So the main advantage of this is the seating position. It is not very aggressive, where you can't do a long rides for a long time or duration. That is where it is very comfortable, and when you feel comfortable, you enjoy the ride. Yeah.
And how about the braking setup? Now, you said there's no ABS in this particular version.
Correct.
So do you still feel confident like stopping from a 250 to normal road speed?
Yeah. No, I mean I do the speeds what you mentioned, but I absolutely have no problems controlling and coming back to the
bike feels
control
extremely planted.
Extremely planted.
And what about the tires? What tires do you use on the bike?
So I use Metzeler's. Now I use Rosso 2s.
Okay.
They're pretty much market standards.
How many kilometers do a set of these last?
I think one set, one rear tire, rather two rear tire will be one front tires.
Okay.
Yeah, so around 7,000-8,000 kilometers. Yes.
Coming to riding ergonomics, you also said that it's properly meant for touring. So what about the pillion then? Is it feasible to talk about a pillion this?
Oh yes, definitely. I mean, if you look at the seat, you don't see such a big seats in any of the later class, bikes.
So it's comfortable even for
extremely. Me and my wife, we both do together. We ride to Mangalore. That is where I hail from.
Okay.
We comfortably ride.
So Ashok, 40,000 kilometers of ownership. So you're in a really good position to tell us, the good and bad about this bike. So
correct.
Please tell us a couple of things that you really love about the bike and maybe a couple of things that you wish were different.
I think probably it will have only the good things, but I'll definitely mention the other parts as well. To start off with the good things, the seating position, extremely comfortable. Most bikes in the Liter Class Plus category, they don't have a comfortable seating position. Okay. Plus the pillion seating is extremely comfortable. I think that changes the dynamics of the biking scenario
and the usability
Otherwise, if I'm cramped for 1 or 2 hours continuously, I would not like to ride for a long distance. Okay. That is the very reason I did 40,000 kilometers on this bike.
You just keep going.
Yeah, absolutely. And the second thing is, I think the handling of this bike. Even if I'm at the extremely high speeds and from there to the 40 or 50s, it comes like a breeze. Okay. I think that is the I'm sure
even though it looks big, it's actually quite easy to handle.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to handle. Okay. And the third thing I would say, it's still relevant. Though it is Busa started in 1998, it's still iconic, and this model is updated in 2008. In last 10 years, it is still relevant. People know that this is the Busa. It is not outdated.
People still go wow looking at it.
Oh yes. I mean that's relevance is also there. It's a part of the biking ownership experience. Yes, exactly.
And now coming to the flip side.
Yeah, see, flip side, I just don't see any flip side as such. Probably, maybe having an ABS would have added to my riding experience. But I don't see it as a big drawback. But anyways, the new models have ABS, so it doesn't matter. And the other thing is, what I feel is the quality of the fuel what we get. If we improve that, I think the biking experience can be improved. Yeah, I think this is the only drawback that I'm sure any super biker will have, nothing else.
And I see that you made a couple of changes on the bike, so can you please take us through that?
Yeah, the bike is in complete stock other than the exhaust. I have changed the exhaust. I changed only because the stock exhaust is so silent, you don't feel you are riding a super bike, especially on the Busa. So,
and any performance gains due to that, or is it just audio?
It does add, I think, around 3 bhps. It does add. That is one part. The second part is the stock exhausts are very heavy.
Okay.
So these exhausts are pretty light.
Okay, so you save a lot.
Yes. I think around 15 kgs.
That's a huge amount.
That's a huge, in a biking scenario. Yes, that's a huge saving. Yes. correct.
And how's your service experience been?
Oh, service is fantastic. The Suzuki has the their support here in Bangalore, and they have excellent service, excellent mechanic, who's well trained, and so no complaints about that.
And just to be getting specific into numbers, like what would a general service cost? The oil change, checkups, and everything.
So I do the servicing for every 4,000 or 5,000 kilometers.
Okay.
It costs around 8 to 9,000 rupees, or maybe 8 to 10,000. You might have to change an air filter or something. Yeah.
Okay. So that's pretty decent numbers.
Oh yeah, I mean, bike that costs 20 lakhs, servicing is only 8-9,000 is fantastic.
So Ashok, thank you so much for giving us your ownership experience on this iconic bike, and
Yes.
I wish you another great 40,000 kilometers.
Oh yeah, thank you. I mean, I have no plans to change or upgrade. I'm sure I'll do that another 40,000 kilometers, and probably we'll meet again after that.
Definitely 80,000 kilometer review.
Yes, definitely. Yes, yeah.